not maybe very pleasant, but
so you feel that having moved the campaigns field from outside the perimeter into the festival, not only into the festival but at the front entrance so that everybody has to walk by it, is placing it in its right context.
I think so, yeah.
The route to the beginning of the circle from which other things, 13 things spinning, come from.
Yes. Yeah.
With circles, with sub-circles within those circles.
Right, I'd have to study the actual pattern of it. I've just been walking around it rather bewilderedly, still. And I haven't actually. There is a pattern to it that has been done, and I feel much happier about it this year. A couple of weeks ago, I got a lift off the guy who drew it. We had a funny little exchange about it anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was greatly heartened. I've opened up my heart to things. I've had real synchronic happenings, but not synchronized, which is like, that afternoon, but synchronics that sort of stretch back 25 years, that in a way that resounds me in my slightly wrong and kind of way about going about things. It really fits in with where I'm coming from. Some confirmations, but in a way that I have to explain them for ages, and they're all very real to me. It's very helpful to me. Just to do with this, it's all to do with the tribe, I suppose. To want another better word, the Rainbow Tribe, and the way that people have come and gone, lived and died, or the sustained vision of it throughout the years, since earlier in my life even than the meeting at the Rainbow Centre and the sort of era of the road protests, when a lot of people who were environmentally aware met. This was before then, and connecting back to my life in this part of the world, roughly, pretty well in this part of the world, with early friends and early situations. Just before there was a lot of coming together on environmental issues in the early 90s, I think. There was in the 80s with the nuclear protests and the Green and Common and things like that as well. I wasn't so involved with that. So it's a real environmental coming together.
It's good of you to mention Green and Common and the peace movement, the women's camp, because there is a history to the protest of which this is a continuation, isn't it?
That's right. There's nothing that's disappeared in the thread. Just there isn't so much in the public eye, probably because they want to they're building more Trident. Don't want it to be too public about that, I'm sure. It's sort of like the fear factor seems to be taken out of it in a way that it doesn't seem like so much of a threat now somehow. Of course it is. The Cold War's ended, but nothing's ended. But that's obvious. Mm-hmm. Terrorism has been put in place to break up any pockets of resistance from within somehow, with fear and doubt and paranoia from within. Maybe that's a reaction to all the positive environmental autonomous groups of people, environmentally aware, who were doing things throughout the 90s. They saw making it clear that the environment was an issue. The issue is making itself clear. But also the government's really sticking their boot in now with bashing up everything for the resources, for the oil and for different things like aluminium in Iceland, pulling the heart out of that. There's roads everywhere, new nuclear power stations, new generation of Trident missiles, all the time complaining about and making a big war about weapons of mass destruction in other countries. This is all plainly obvious though, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So that this festival is standing in knowledge of that and attempting to gently make a new possible reality. Seems kind of crazy. Could be true though.
But in a world of many colours, the rainbow, spirituality, way of life, and tribe and all its cousin tribes is in itself but one color of the spectrum. How do you feel this part of the spectrum is growing in the larger spectrum of reality out there? Do you think it's gaining ground, losing ground?
I put things on merit of their relative amount of intention that people have. I think the people in power have a very strong intention. It's undeniable. There seems to be like a killing mentality, one way or another, sucking it dry. But there's also people with the intention to make a better possible reality, a world without war. What could we say? A rainbow future. I just think of the scientific experiments that have been done by Professor Emoto in Japan, of something about the crystalline nature of water, and when you put a good thought out to water, it makes a beautiful harmonic pattern, and when you put a bad thing in the crystalline structure, and when you send out a bad vibration to it, it makes a yucky pattern. Now, a good vibration would be something like "I love you" or something. And it sounds rather cliche, it's good vibration and "I love you," but apparently the intention is very real in this level, and something negative, so to speak, negatively "I hate you," produces kind of a murky looking crystalline structure. Quite how the water works that out, it must be to do on a very connected level, but that is scientifically proven now. So like if I reckon that as a rainbow we're putting positive, constructive thoughts out, then maybe what this is suggesting is that it's in fact a stronger structure than the equally seemingly powerful disconstructive moods that forms of expression. So that the positive emanations of the rainbow could in fact outlast naturally by organisation of molecular pattern or organisation of souls and people. It could in fact have a more permanent form of construction about it in the future. In the world of intention, creation of a reality and a physical reality from your dreams. Straight ahead. Going straight ahead.
Attica! Attica! Attica!
And you see it, I mean, like there's the jet fighters that fly over, and the Chinooks and the army aeroplanes, and I haven't actually seen any bombers go over, big bombers. I'm sure they're stowed nearby here, Yeovilton somewhere. But I mean, that's quite easy. They could wipe out the whole field. Field would be a mere exercise to them, I'm sure. Which is the most powerful force? The collective mind of the anarcho hippie punk middle class Devon Rainbow Coalition non-group of anarchist liberated souls, colourful people. What you see represented here, celebrants, proper people, actual participants in culture hereabouts in the south of England. What I see, maybe you'd call them freaks, but it gets awfully laboured that. That's how long are these freaks got to be about to prove themselves freaks? What is it anyway? Slightly travellery culture, living lightly culture. Just which is going to be the one that lasts? What lasts? Something that is able to bend with the changes that are coming in the environment, or something that's programmed just to destroy.